Hey guys, it's Devin and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video on my self-tanning / summer glow routine. So these are things that work for me, products that work for me. Now I'm naturally very fair and freckly. This is me with tanner on, so this is more of a summer glow routine as opposed to being super dark. I've just come to the conclusion, finally realizing after all these years that I'm never going to be a bronzed goddess. As a teenager, I always struggled with that. I always tried so many different products to get me really tan. And all it really did was make me orange, looking like an Oompa Loompa, patchy. So for me, I need to do something that's going to give me a little bit of color but look natural. I can't really tan in the sun very well. Most of the time I'll just peel and burn and freckle, and I'm inching towards 30, and we got to take care of our skin now, especially for skin cancer and also for aging, not wanting wrinkles. So SPF and self-tanner. So these are some tips that I use for any girls that have similar skin tone as I do. Now, anyone that's ever self-tanned before knows that you need to exfoliate. So this is a product I've been using. It's from Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub, Almond and Honey. Now, I picked this up at Walmart. It's really cheap. It smells so yummy. I love this. It's a really strong scent, like almonds. It's really sweet smelling. So I love this. You have to use this in the shower before you're going to tan. So make sure you exfoliate and shave anywhere that you're going to shave. A lot of people will say for days before that you should be exfoliating for a few days before you tan. And if I have an event, I'll do that, but on a day-to-day basis, I don't have time to be prepping my skin for days. Like, I'm lucky if I get a quick shower in during the day. I have 2 kids. So I'm going to shower the day that I'm going to tan and exfoliate in the shower and shave. And if I'm planning on doing my tanner later in the night, if I had time to shower during the day, then I will moisturize my whole body, because by the time I get to applying my tan on, the moisturizer has sunken into my skin. But if I only had time to shower later in the day, then I'm not going to apply lotion, because I feel like it affects the way that the tan, what's the word? The way that the tan develops. There we go. So usually if I do put lotion on at night, if I'm applying my tanner right away, I will just put it on my elbows, on my knees, on my ankles, spots that tend to grab tanner and make you get the patchiness, so we don't want that. So I've tried many different types of tanners over the years, and I used to use this one in high school. Actually, it's the Banana Boat Summer Color Self-Tanning Lotion in Deep Dark. Now the problem when I was using it in high school is I used to apply this like a million times to get me super dark, and I don't do that anymore. I apply it once. I stopped using it for a while because it's not a natural product, and I really am trying to find more natural alternatives to stuff like tanning lotions. And I did find this one, Caribbean Solutions Beach Colors Self Tanner. This is more of a gradual tanner, and I'll get to this later, but this is more of a natural one, and I use this one a lot in the winter time just to give me a little color. But in the summer I want to be darker, and this doesn't get you necessarily much darker. It kind of gives you a little bit of a glow. So I will apply this once that night. And when I do apply it, just as a tip, I don't use mitts, but you can use mitts and kind of do the same kind of thing with mitts, is I'll take a little bit, put it on my upper arm, and when I don't have much left on my hands, then I'll go over the center section as well as my elbows. I'll get a little bit more product. I'll do this other large surface area, and when I don't have much left on my hands, I'll go up my hands and on my wrists. So doing the same kind of thing on your legs, do the big surface areas, and when you don't have as much product on your hands, then you go over your knees. Same thing with ankles. I feel like if I do it with too much product, then that's when I deal with really heavy tan on my knees, and it grabs onto like the dry skin. Even after you've exfoliated, that's just me. If you don't have an issue with that, then I guess you don't have to worry. But the same thing with the mitt. If you don't have as much product on your mitt, that's when you kind of go over your knees and your ankles, stuff like that. So I'll use this the first day, and when I'm maintaining my tan, like every other day, I'll apply this one if I have time. And one last thing I want to mention, this one doesn't really smell. It doesn't have that major self-tanny smell, which is really nice. A little bit. I feel like all tanners are going to have it a little bit, but this one, when you wake up in the morning, it doesn't have that yucky smell. You can get away with not rinsing off right away. But this one does have the yucky scent, so you definitely need to shower the next morning after using this one. Once you've applied the tanners, you have to make sure you wear like a loose tank top, loose shirt, loose pants, or preferably shorts when you go to bed, just because it helps the tan not get like rubbed on by tight material. I've worn yoga pants before afterwards, and the tan ended up rubbing off on the seams. So don't do that. And I like to put self-tanners on at night and sleep with it on, because during the day I'm doing dishes, I'm nursing, I'm playing with the kids. I could easily get splashes on me. And also, as a tip with nursing, I am careful where I apply it, just because I don't want, when she's nursing, to get tanner on, on her. So just be mindful of that if you're a nursing mom. And for the tanners that are really dark with nursing, milk can ruin that. That's why I just feel like at nighttime, it's better to do it at nighttime when you're sleeping. So those are the two things that I use. And during the day that you're not applying your tan, you want to make sure that you're moisturizing, just so that it doesn't dry out or flake. It helps maintain the tan longer. And another thing that I picked up that I read about in a magazine article years ago, it's Pretty Pishon Skin Tight Body Lotion. Now, I feel like Julianne Hough was talking about this in one of her interviews, and I'm like, she's my girl crush. So I picked one of them up, and I love it, because during parties or weddings, something when you want a little extra glow, this stuff is great. It's not sparkly. I feel like a lot of like the glow lotions are like super sparkly, and it brings me back to like 16 when I worked at Limited Too, and like everything you bought was like full of sparkles. And I don't know, I just don't feel like that's the prettiest look for me at this time in my life. So I picked up this. It gives you a really nice sheen kind of glow, and when you're wearing like a pretty dress or an off-the-shoulder dress, and it's just really pretty and nice, and I like it. It's not cheap. It's a little bit more on the expensive side, but it does have really good ingredients, quality ingredients in it, so that's why. And I've had this for a year and a half, and it's like I hardly ever used it at all. It's like totally full. So definitely check this out. So that's everything that I do for my summer glow. As a mom, honestly, sometimes I just do my arms, unless I know it's the heat of summer, I'm gonna be wearing shorts all the time. You can kind of just do what you can to give you a little color and a little bit of glow. And to me, it just gives me more confidence in the summer to have a little bit of color. So yeah, that's what works for me. If you guys have any self-tanning tips or products that you like, leave it in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe for future updates. And if not, give me a thumbs up and stay tuned for future videos. Thanks for watching, guys.